Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your October 2015 love spread. It's Rena here. And wow, it's just amazing. Out of the five cards I picked three cups cards, which relate to water signs, very emo, and very much opposed to everything that an air sign, especially Gemini, would be about. But I'm trying to figure out why you would be emo. The card representing the current energy for you right now is the King of Cups, and this is your emotional state. It's somebody who is possibly surrounding himself or herself with other people, but feels kind of lonely. And interestingly, right now, as we are in the sun in Libra, and I'm recording this at the end of September and going into October, the sun will remain there. There will be Mercury in Libra, although retrograding until the 9th of the month. But there will be all this stimulation in your fifth house, which is of love and romantic affairs, that sort of thing. So I wonder if some of you are dating, but not really feeling like you're meeting people that you resonate with. And that is making you feel kind of misunderstood and lonely, even though you're in a crowd of people, or if you're in a marriage where you feel like this. I can say that although Gemini people can be very detached, depending on some other personal planets of yours, you might have a lot of Cancer in your chart because it's the next sign over and the personal planets can easily be there. And so, if that's the case, you may be more sensitive than usual. And especially when the sun goes into Scorpio, because this will be a more intense energy. And actually, at the end of October, we have a full moon in Taurus, and that will be your 12th house. So that might be a time that some things that you've kind of been burying, some issues that are unresolved come to the light, and it might cause you to feel quite emotional, the house of Pisces. So whatever this energy is, you might be a little bit moody, and this may be affecting how you feel in terms of your chances of any kind of relationship. Oh yeah, here's another thing too. You're ruled by Mercury, right? And we currently are in a Mercury retrograde, and for the first 9 days of October, this Mercury retrograde will be in your house of romance. So there may be miscommunications with some of you and somebody that you are in a dating situation, and you may be feeling moody because of that. But if you're somebody who is really feeling frustrated that you are trapped in a bad marriage or dating and never seeming to find the right person, the message from the universe is the Hierophant in reverse, which is basically saying that you need to cut ties with convention. If you've been trying to fit in with society and trying to be what you're not, I tell air and fire sign people that they have to be very careful about who they choose because they have different needs. They're not conventional a lot of times, and they can't be satisfied with a picket fence. They need a little bit more than that. So it's very easy for a Gemini person to feel trapped and depressed within a relationship. And a lot of times this is due to trying to fit yourself into the mold and to conform to society. And the message from the universe is don't even go there. The next two cards are advice, and one of them is the Eight of Cups. And this is like going on a spiritual quest. You might have to kind of stop trying so hard when it comes to a relationship. If you're in a dysfunctional long term relationship, this might mean that you take some time out. Maybe you have to get separated. Maybe you have to go on a journey. But it should be one of a spiritual nature where you really do a lot of reflection and seeing what exactly you want from a relationship. And maybe also making sure that you allow for a spiritual life at all, because Gemini tends to be very intellectual, sometimes to the point of atheism. And I don't have a problem with a person who doesn't believe in organized religion, but to turn your back on anything but the mundane world, I think sometimes can make life rather dry as well. And so maybe it's time to kind of get back in touch with that. But it really is the card of a spiritual quest. And the accompanying card is the Queen of Cups. And this is another Cups card. So it's really tapping into your emotional self, but it's tapping into your intuition. And it's all about becoming a nurturing person. The Queen is the mother, but the mother represents the nurturing part of you that maybe you have put on a shelf for some reason. Maybe you think that means that you have to be June Cleaver. Especially if you're a woman, you think that, it's some kind of like outdated model of femininity. And if you are a male Gemini, you might be thinking that being nurturing is not for you, because Gemini is a yang or masculine sign. But in order to be balanced, we need both sides of our nature. And this is a psychic energy. So it really means that you want to take some time now and go on a spiritual quest, whatever that means for you. It might not mean actually physically going somewhere else, but it might. The outcome card is the Eight of Wands, and this is like very quick developments. And it could mean that you meet someone all of a sudden. It could be a fire sign because wands are fire signs. Could be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius person. Really compatible with a Gemini person. But it could mean a message that you receive that relates to any kind of relationship. You could get welcome news. So that's a really nice way to end the reading. I think that the emotions are featured for you this month, especially on the spiritual level. And I wish you the best, Gemini. If you want a personal reading tailored to you instead of this general reading, I utilize your natal chart to hone in on your particular situation. So you can hit me up below. Otherwise, take care. Bye.